Hey guys, Orly here, founder of LifeVestInside. And I want to thank each and every one of you for deciding to kick off your week with me on the weekly Kindness Kickoff with Orly, where I do reading from my book, Kindness Boomerang, How to Save the World and Yourself Through 365 Daily Acts. And then I give you, as well as myself and all of us out there, an exciting kindness challenge based on the reading. For those of you that may not have a copy of Kindness Boomerang, you can pick up your copy at either Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, IndieBound, iTunes, and it's a lesson-a-day book in kindness, making a great gift for yourself and for others. For every single day of the year, an act of the day, inspirational quote, and a short reflection on the power of paying it forward. I'm going to be doing today's reading from February 15th, for those of you that have the book and would like to follow along. The act goes as follows. Buy a dozen sandwiches and pass them out to homeless folks in a busy area. Your act may very well start a domino effect of kindness. The quote, if you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one, by Mother Teresa. And the reflection, for those suffering from homelessness, much of the human interaction they experience is seeped in negativity, and they're left feeling forgotten, ignored, and unseen. Get a job, bum, get out of here. And you're driving down my business are just some of the common catchphrases thrown their way. We are all people, each and every one of us with our own backstory, our own personal struggles, our own hopes and dreams yet to be realized. But each and every one of us also has a choice that shapes the way we interact with others traveling down their own path. We can turn our heads and pretend not to see the homeless, or we can reach out and make a small, meaningful connection. It isn't money they're after. It's something far more meaningful and far simpler to dispense. Human interaction. A sandwich isn't just a meal to them, it's recognition that they haven't been forgotten. That while many may see them as bums, you see them as people. Very powerful act that every single one of us has the opportunity to do over this coming week. Just a week ago, I was in the city for a meeting, and I was meeting with the police department discussing an initiative that we're looking to incorporate here in New York with law enforcement and citizens within the U.S., all to do with spreading kindness, of course. As I'm leaving and I'm heading back to my car to go back to Brooklyn, I see an officer standing in front of a homeless gentleman that has a sign in his hand, and they're having a conversation, and they're engaged in conversation. I didn't want to interrupt them, and I took out a Catch and Kindness card that I have. What are our Catch and Kindness cards? Basically, it says on them, tag, you've just been caught doing an act of kindness, now it's your turn to catch somebody else in the act. So I grab a Catch and Kindness card, I grab a loose dollar that I had, and I go on over, I give the Catch and Kindness card to the officer. And she's looking at it, she didn't understand, what is this? She starts reading it and smiles as she continues to walk away. And they ended up finishing their conversation, so I stayed a little bit longer and I started conversing with this homeless gentleman. His name is Michael. And we start talking, and I asked him his name, and he asked me my name. And I was telling him, we were just talking about the day and, how he's doing, the fact that it's bitter cold in New York City. And he said, yeah, I try and collect something like $20, $27 to be able to go to a motel every night. And we're having a conversation, and he starts asking me what I do, and I'm telling him about the work of the organization. Such a sweet man, I have to tell you, such kindness in his eyes. Really, real kindness. And I said, let me see if I happen to have any, cash on me. Because generally I don't have cash on me, I have credit cards. And I found a $20 bill and I gave it to him. I said, I really hope that this helps you get into a motel tonight so you're not out here in the cold. And we continued chatting, and he said to me, I have to tell you, I saw from when I very, very first saw you. When I first saw you, I saw that there was something special in your eyes. He told me, he said, the fact that you took the time to see me. I have to tell you guys, there are so many stories that I've told with interactions I've had with people that are homeless. And almost every single one of those interactions, the person that I engage with, the homeless person I engage with, talks about the concept of being seen. He said to me, I could tell you weren't just anybody. You asked me about my name. You asked me what's my name. And you had something special in your eyes. You were looking at me. He said, when we were talking, you weren't, speaking to me, but really looking other places. Sometimes we engage in conversation with people and they're talking to us and we're looking somewhere else because we tend to be living in a world where everybody always feels like they're missing out on something else, right? FOMO, fear of missing out. I'm talking to somebody here, but what might be going on over there? This simple concept of actually putting your focused attention on one person, forget about whether they're homeless or not homeless. This is just important in terms of human nature, of what we need to be doing. To see people is so important. I'll really, truly not forget what he said. But what was so strange to me, I said, every interaction, almost every interaction I've had, the other person on the other side said something to me of, wow, you see me, or you can see, or thank you for seeing me. This concept of seeing people is so important. It's much more valuable than the dollar or the sandwich that you're giving them. We all can engage with people around us. All it has to do is just opening our eyes a little bit. This past Saturday night, I went out with my cousins. We had a cousins night. We went to karaoke. We got some pizza. We hung out by one of my other cousins' house. It was really nice. As we were leaving, there was a lot of extra pizza left. Yeah, the pizza was cold, but there was extra pizza left. And I took notice to something my cousin did. Such a special person, very special. He's the kind of person that does kindness and it's always hidden. It's not outright in your face. And so we took the pie and we all got into my sister's car as we were heading uptown to go to my cousin's apartment. And he said, guys, stop. I want to be able to give these few slices to somebody that's homeless on the street. I have to tell you, we stopped at he took us to maybe 3 or 4 locations where he said, I know that there's a homeless person here because I always engage with them, or homeless person there. Happened to be that there was nobody out on the streets that night. Hopefully is because they found somewhere to stay for the evening. It was so cold that evening. But what I took notice to was the effort that he was making. It was, no, we have to find, this pizza isn't going to go to waste. If we have this extra pizza, that means that there's somebody out there that can enjoy it. And we're going to find somebody. We're going to track someone down. And even though we didn't find somebody, the important thing is that the time was taken to try and to go out there and engage with people. This is what really makes up our character, who we are, our values, what we're remembered for. So what I'm going to ask each and every one of us to do over the course of this week, our challenge, is to open our eyes, open our hearts, open our minds. Forget about making time within the schedule. Okay, I'm going to go and give home meals to homeless between 1 to 1:30. It's not about that. It's about simply becoming aware of your surroundings, because the likelihood is you're going to be passing by someone that needs a little bit of aid, whether it be in the form of a sandwich, a dollar, or even more importantly, a few kind-hearted words. A few words. Ask a person their name. What's their name? Who are they? What is their identity? Their identity isn't a person that's homeless. Their identity is something far more important. Think about yourself. You out there that may very well, that hopefully is not homeless. Are you what you do, or what you're doing for a specific time, or where you are, or you? We all have our identity. We have to acknowledge that a person has their identity. So let's get out there. Let's start seeing people with our eyes and with our heart. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the Kindness Kickoff. A couple of announcements before we head off. First off, I'd like to ask each and every one of you to take a second and show support for LifeVestInside by subscribing to our channel. All it is clicking a button and even putting on the bell so that you could actually receive our notifications, or click that you should see our notifications in your feed so that you'll be able to see all the videos that we're posting on a regular basis. Number 2, we have newsletters that go out. One that goes out every day, Monday through Friday. It's called The Daily Kind. It's a 30-second read to kickstart your day. Again, all about bringing awareness. So while these videos are coming out once a week, you can get the Daily Kindness every day, every weekday. And you can also get the Kindness Flash. What is the Kindness Flash? It goes out once a month, and it's focused on a specific theme of kindness. And within it, there is the act of the month, and a story of the month, a book of the month, a quote of the month, the talk of the month, video of the month, and so on and so forth, all to do with that specific theme. Content that we both create and that we also curate. And you could sign up easily for one or both of these newsletters simply by going to LifeVestInside.com. In the top corner, you're going to see a button that says sign up. Click it, and there you'll have the opportunity to sign up for either one or for both of the newsletters. Another really awesome way that you can show support for the organization is by going to our store, which is on the LifeVestInside website. You could purchase our kindness apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, our acts of kindness cards, our catching kindness cards, which I mentioned in this video, or other materials as well as our book, as well as the Kindness Boomerang book, which you can also purchase on our website, as well as the rest of the places that I mentioned earlier. So please go ahead and check that out. Something that I want to institute coming this month, on the 1st of March, is that every month I'm going to be shouting out one of our users, one of the people that are within the channel, one of our fans that is sharing their love and their feedback on our channel, specifically on the Kindness Kickoff videos. And that person, not only will their comment be flashed on the screen, but in addition, I would like to be able to gift a copy of Kindness Boomerang to you. But here's the catch. It's not just going to be one copy of the book. I will be gifting you 2 copies of the book. One for you so that you could follow along, and the other that I'm going to ask you to gift to somebody else that you feel like can really utilize it. So this is something I'm really excited to implement. And you guys could catch my announcement for February's on the first week of March when I do the Kindness Kickoff video. So stay tuned for that. Really looking forward to bring that to you. And I want to thank you guys once again for joining me for the Kindness Kickoff. Hope you join me each week, Mondays, for the weekly Kindness Kickoff. And don't forget, guys, it's kindness that keeps the world afloat. Love you all. Take care. Mwah.